are on. Welcome everybody.
What's up, people?
So earlier we was talking about the topic of should women be disciplined? Specifically, I would say, in relationships. And so what I was saying was I think when women think of it, discipline automatically means like how you would discipline a child. And I think they have a problem with the word discipline because that's what they always would say is like, I'm an adult. How do you chastise an adult?
Well, what word would they be more comfortable with?
To be honest, I think I don't know that there would be a word because depending on the woman, she would find something wrong about any word. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but that better fits the case that they need discipline because that's immature. Because if there's no way for anybody to diagnose you with a problem or instruct you, if nobody can teach you, then you're unteachable, you're undisciplined, you're unruly. To rule over someone, to be unruly, no one can rule you.
Yeah.
It's better to be on the rooftop than in a house with an unruly woman. No one can
Mhm.
rule over her.
Yeah.
So she needs discipline or she needs to be shunned or get away from her. So
Yeah.
I, it's like this. If you're under my covering, if you want me to protect you with my life, I'm not going on the rooftop. Either you're going to get right or you're going to get disciplined or you could do what's the word? Take a hike. Yeah, you can take a hike. Either way, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not about to lose my sanity because that's the only thing I got that keeps me level so I can keep the only one that keeps me level. That's God. Never let a woman get in the middle of you and God. You and your purpose. Focus on your purpose and they are like magnets. They're gonna attract to light. No, matter of fact, and like bugs. You know, like the bugs that be at night, when you turn the light bulb on, you be like, dang, man, I left the light on. So when I get home, I can see when I get to this porch or
Uh-huh.
these steps. And it's covered in bugs. That's how they be when you got that light and you in your purpose. So you ain't got to worry about them because them bugs gonna come. I call them bugs because when you find a wife, you find a good thing. But most of them they be coming because they see that light. Most of them don't even be the right ones. They be bugs. But one thing about that light, it's going to attract light. So you might have a bunch of bugs, but when you got that light, you're going to get something that you was looking for.
I would agree with that because women, we look for a man of status, a man that's got something going on. They want the man that's already at the finish line because they just want it easy. Like they don't want to help put in no work. So if he already got everything, then she'll be happy with that. Those are the ones that they try to go after
She will be happy temporarily. What's you know how?
temporarily.
Yeah, that right there. Because they are unappreciative. They are selfish. Most of them, men, you think that they don't be knowing about these things, but they be knowing about these things. Like they know what they do. It's strategic a lot of the time. It's strategically evil. So women aren't as dumb as we think they are. They just use their wits for evil.
I would agree.
Um, one of my close friends or homies from back in America, he was telling me about something one of the women did. He said that she had this dude and they was in a relationship. And so every now and then she go out with her girls or whatever, so she get dressed up and go hang with her girls. So this particular weekend, she went and got dressed up and went and hang with her girls. But the thing is, when she left, she had another outfit she switched out, and she took pictures and stuff with the outfit and everything, talking about she having a girls' night out, how much fun and everything she had. But see, she didn't post these pictures. She waited and she posted the pictures. The next time she went out, well, he thought she went out, but she had
Mhm.
a man. She was at the hotel, like strategically posting them, saying, "Oh, it was a good night, y'all. I had fun." And you got your homegirls, you got all of them probably in on it,
I
and she
remember
been
you
laid
telling
up
me.
with the other dude the whole time.
Yeah.
So while you trying to, like we at work trying to figure out how to get rid of this fault that the robot is giving us, or while we at the um the facility trying to get this machine to make parts. So we as men, we not all of us, but the ones that the women should value is the one that can do these things. If I'm not, am I correct?
Mhm.
So this is what we focus on. And then when we go and look out there, this is what the women use their logic on to try to manipulate situations that don't show interest into what we're doing. We're trying to better ourselves and sharpen ourselves to build things. And she's trying to sharpen herself to be able to manipulate, to play a victim or anything that's very selfish. And eventually it tears the whole family apart because she's listening to the devil in her ear because they love listening to the devil. It's something about the fruit, y'all. It's something about the fruit. Eve love it. Me and y'all know it. You can tell if they love evil. Just think, if you want to find out how dark a person is, listen to what they laugh at. That's one thing Pops let me know, God. Whenever you want to see how dark a person is, you just listen to what they laugh at. You can just flick through like a comedy sketch. Just give them some popcorn, get them feeling good, and just see what they laugh at.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And I just be thinking like, yeah, women, they do use they logic and wits and stuff to plot on people or things, scam people, plot on people, like you said, manipulate people, set people up. We know that this happens because we hear the stories all the time. We see the news stories, stories from the neighborhood. It's things that we hear, movies that we've watched.
well, the thing about women, they live their emotions because they're in their emotions. So meaning they're going to show their emotions. It's easy to read them. All you got to do is say something, and when it displeases them, you can read them. Either
True.
sometimes it get so bad, we call it triggering, but sometimes it gets so bad, it's like all you gotta do is do that one thing and you hear like like a crazy Tasmanian D. You know what I'm saying? Just going out of control. You gotta cage this animal type attitude. And
That
so
is
like,
true.
and that's how we vet. You just all you gotta do is poke the bear and you see it go crazy. You'll know we don't want no problems with no bear. We ain't gotta go poke every bear after we see that one. We be like, you know what? And then we gonna look around, and then the rest of the bears, or you know, they acting like this is a normal thing. Well, I see where y'all with them too, and they be like, that wasn't us. It be like, y'all chilling, y'all acting like this cool. So we walk away from the bears. So, well, since the women like the analogy about the bears, what I seen on social media, so we're gonna make them they are what they like. So y'all equally yoked. Y'all chose the bear.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what it is, right? They chose the bear.
they did.
So now they bears, and we see how bears act. Bears act very, very
Aggressive.
aggressive, like black women. I'm sorry, black women. Y'all, we like listen. I'm a black man. Listen, well, I don't even consider myself a black man. I feel like I'm a holy man. I'm reborn again, so I'm neutral. I don't care about the men's side or the woman's side, so I don't take sides. I just care about God's side. And God said it need to be cleaned up, and y'all attitude need to be cleaned up. For one thing, I can say, "Hey, Lord." Who gives me the authority to tell them they need to clean it up? I do. Okay, Lord. What God said, what God said, or what the word said,
Mhm.
it's not good for man to be alone, so I'm gonna make you a help. Where's the help at? The help say they don't need us, but God says it's not good for man to be alone. So why you think it's okay for a woman to be alone?
Mhm.
So now y'all spitting lies. So there's portals open of darkness, and that's why they love darkness so much. They love that fruit. Listen, who's to say that when Eve ate that fruit, that when she brought it to Adam, and she said, I think she said wasn't that different happened on the life of Adam and Eve, like it's like it's the same, or I forgot what she said, but I don't even want to lie about it. But who to say that it didn't change? Like she didn't get wise or something and knew something and pretended and lied. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you deal with a liar, you learn to lie
Yeah.
and manipulate. So the problem is nobody was expecting her to outsmart the serpent because she never experienced the serpent.
Mhm.
Nobody was expecting Adam to outsmart the serpent because he never experienced the serpent. But this is the thing. God said, don't go by, don't even, don't go over there.
Mhm.
And then everybody would have been straight.
Yep.
But she loved something over there that she couldn't stay away. And when she went over there, that same that same curiosity, that same spirit, it lives in our women today. They love that serpent fruit. They love it. They pretend like they really love man, but really they don't love us. They want to be us. This is what I've been researching, y'all. I just been listening and doing my research and talking to God, and I'm concluding. I concluded that most women are evil and they don't love men. I don't think it's about color. I just think they just don't like men. They want to be in opposition. They feel like this is how I understand it. They feel like the devil felt about Adam. He felt like the earth should have been his. He think that we should have been beneath him.
I think that listening at some social media, even some stuff that we was listening to earlier this morning, I think that tracks because the women were saying men are only this is what they're for. They're only to protect the family. They don't lead is pretty much verbatim what some of the women were saying earlier. And I was like, whoa, like y'all are way off. So it's like they either say they don't need men or they only need men for specific reasons. And it's like they want to be the leader, they want to be in charge and just let the men be like the help, so to speak. And that's opposite of how the foundation was set. Man was created first and God could have just stopped right there and men would have been fine, I'm sure. But
We just wouldn't be able to create more, but we would have been okay, but after we seen the other pairs, that mean the rest of the animals wouldn't have pairs
yeah.
because they really kind of do what we do, and because you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I was saying that to say like the man was created first and then we was created from the man, like you said, to be the man's helper. But we're out here trying to say, I got my own this, I got my own that. I can do this by myself. But truly, if this was just a woman's society, we would not be able to sustain it. And we would be fighting each other because women can't get along. Even on some of the panels that we listen to and watch, the women are very catty. Like y'all go for each other's throat. You can't just have a disagreement civilly. you got to throw shots, shade, or whatever you wanna call it, insults at the person because they have a difference of opinion than you. And that's what the men are pointing out, that we are immature. We can't control our emotions because when people say things that we don't like, we lash out or we get an attitude. And like you said, it shows on our face and our body language and all of that.
What I wanna get down to the root of it, and this is gonna display the ones that is like this because they're gonna get triggered. The problem is, and the wise men, they know, especially the ones that with the Holy Spirit, what up, my brothers? Y'all already know. Uh, the real ones know that the biggest problem is the communication. And let me get deeper in that. It's the communication. So when we say something, we may can be give you constructive criticism, and it's taken in a negative way, like an attack. This is the reason why it's because a low level of intellect. They're not very intellectual. They're not smart enough to understand that you're giving them something to make them grow, but instead they think you're hurting them. It's kind of like pruning a tree. You're trying to help them grow and be better, but the tree feeling, ow, 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 that don't feel good. And it's like, you know what, just bump it. Just throw this all away, just chop me down. It's like, yo, you actually doing good. You actually like you let me prune you. You was doing good. Now you won't let me touch you. So they're not that smart. And but see, this is the thing that the enemy, he played a trick on them. Gave them degrees, gave them all these things, and pat them on the back for doing all these achievements that society gave them. We're gonna just say society because I'm not getting into where it come from. But now they smart, overconfident kids, immature kids. You can't tell them that, listen, they did a trick on you, man. You really ain't that smart. What? That's an attack. You see what I'm saying? They be ready. It's a, you hate me, you hate women. You see what I'm saying? That's what it becomes.
Yeah.
So at what point could we do anything outside of walking away from this mess, or you submit to my discipline? And don't ask me what the discipline is, because if you submit, I discipline you as necessary to get you to act right. That's the same thing that you do with your child. If you can say sit down and the child sit down and act right, then that's it.
Mhm.
But sometimes you got to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see, I don't want that. See me, I'm a king, so I ain't spanking you because not because I'm against it. It's because I'm too good for that.
Mhm.
God want me to. He want me to what he say? Keep my
Take your hands out.
yeah, take my hands off. He want me to take my hands off. So that ain't my job to do the spanking. But some people that really love you, they rather spank you into success. They gonna spank you into your best. They gonna spank you into heaven.
Yeah.
And so, like, my question, women, if Jesus could spank you, no, you're gonna say, yeah, Jesus could do anything. Yeah, because you already know who he is. No, you don't. You know about him. You just know the things that you value, and that's the things that ooh and ah you. Because you don't understand his mentality. Because if you understand his mentality, he'll be telling you the same thing the men been telling you. But y'all don't listen to Jesus. Y'all listen to the devil more. What Peter did when he heard the devil and Jesus rebuked it
Mhm.
is what women do majority of the time. They follow the devil voice. So what I've been researching, fellas, I can give y'all the book if y'all want to know. It's at the Apocryphers or one of the missing texts. I got a lot of stuff I've been looking at. But what I've been reading is that there's an angel assigned to us. There's two angels assigned to us, and one is holy and one is dark. So it's kind of like they get a fair shot almost. and it's and that's these be like your thoughts. From my understanding now, this is how I'm breaking. This is how I understood it. These be like your thoughts. So when you think these really your thoughts, they ain't really your thoughts. Now you gotta discern which one you need to pick.
Mhm.
And so in the end, we need to see what your score is at the end of the game to see where you go at. If you go be in heaven or you go be in the flames, whoosh, you know what I'm talking about? That heat.
Mhm.
So I don't think women understand how serious this is because if you understand their nature, fellas, I'm talking to the fellas because the women, a lot of them going to be very emotional. Some are going to be wise enough to get it, and the ones that's wise enough to get it, this is one of the ones that you say he was speaking about. Like when you find a wife, you find a good thing. See, she ain't got to be perfect then. She just got to have potential. That's like the same thing you find in a man. He don't have to be perfect then. She don't have to be perfect then. But when she say, "I'll follow you," I'll forever submit to you. I'll forever submit to you. And she bowed down and said, marry me. Oh, that's the one. That's the keeper. She get on her knees for you. That means she submit. You seen the visual. If she can't get on her knees for you, she can't see you as a king. If you say you got to bow to me and you got to marry me, propose to me, and she bowed up her face, walk away. Walk away. Cause you'll be like, you would have did it for a king. She'll be like, yeah, but you ain't no king. Bow down. I got that potential. If you really believe it, show me.
Mhm.
Make her show you.
Yeah.
And women, if you show him, that's what grow us. You can say, I don't believe it. Well, if you don't actually try it, then you'll never see it. And what does it cost you? Your pride. Your pride. And that's what keeps you down.
Yeah.
God gonna get you to the flow before he take you to the ceiling. You got to start with a foundation. You got to have a ground somewhere. I don't know, man. So, like I say, man, one of the hardest things that we have is discerning. Um, d- we trying to discern by ourselves, but we need the ultimate discerner. People use the term, but they don't even understand what it really means. They think it's just like a magical trick. Nah, it's a level of wisdom that God elevates you to actually help you discern which angel you need to listen to. One trying to play you and one trying to play for you. It's like Christ when he came, he said, hey, listen, I'm not the one that's trying to condemn you. Like, I ain't really trying to trip y'all up. He said, listen, it's old buddy over there. He didn't want to say his name. It's the enemy over there. He the one come to do that.
Yeah. So,
All right, I guess we can log on now.
well, all right. We gonna shut it down now, guys.
All right,
We
people.
out.
All right, yeah.